Hey guys, I was talking with some of my coaches, some newer coaches today, and they had some questions about eating and meal plans and stuff like that. We had looked at the Beachbody stuff at Team Beachbody, and the meal plans there are great, guys. They work really, really well. Um, you just gotta know how to modify them. If that's, if you don't want to eat exactly what they say to eat, like you don't want to have the Western omelet for breakfast, a shake for lunch, and then some kind of snack, and then like maybe salmon and a certain meal every day to where you got to buy exactly that stuff all the time. And when I first got started, that was a lot of my problem. Was I didn't have the money to go out and purchase that kind of food all the time. I didn't really understand because the way I always bought stuff, me and my family always just went to the store and we just bought stuff. Like once a month, we would go and spend 300-400 bucks on stuff. We never really planned out our meals or anything like that. Well, since then, I have really changed how I do things as far as that goes. I really try to plan out my meals for the week and see exactly what I need and go shopping 2 or 3 times a month instead of just once a month. And so it is actually more cost effective that way. You do save a lot more money because you're not just buying stuff um, that's not good for you, for one thing, because you buy all that stuff in boxes and it's terrible. Um, and I used to not eat breakfast. I had a really crappy lunch, no snacks whatsoever to speak of, and then like a huge dinner. And most all my dinners had like steak or pork or chicken. I always had like some kind of meat, but then I always had to have, because of the way I was raised, I always had to have like a starch, potatoes, bread, corn, and potatoes. I love corn. All right, I still like corn, but I don't eat it as much anymore. But I guess what I'm saying is I just really didn't understand how to eat right. And so over the course of the last 3 years, working with Beachbody, meeting all kinds of new people, talking with them about food, looking at different food stuff, reading the different nutrition guides. I've learned that you really just, um, even self-help stuff has taught me that you really just need to plan things out. And if you plan your meals out every week, you can go to the store and purchase stuff, and it's way more cost effective that way. And you buy the vegetables and they don't go bad because you're not buying in huge bulk to where they go bad before you get them used. You're buying just what you need for the week. You eat them and then you go buy more. And so you're still spending the same $300-400 a month. You're just not doing it all at one time. So I was asked today to kind of give examples of what I eat. So what I'd like to do is I'm just going to kind of give you a brief rundown. Maybe one of these days I'll take the camera or take my phone and go in the kitchen and kind of go through different things that I have. I'll get stuff out and lay them out, and you guys can see that. But tonight I'm not really set up to do that, and I just wanted to kind of get this video started. So really, before Beachbody, I would get up in the morning, um, 10-15 minutes before I had to run out the door, take a shower, get dressed, and leave for work. I'd stop at the store, the little convenience store on my way to work, and get a soda or an energy drink or something like that, and go to work. Then start work at like 7:30, 8 o'clock. Then come break time, I would either go out to the truck and get like biscuits and gravy, eggs and bacon, just, oh man, it was horrible. Um, After a while, I did start taking like oatmeal, but still, that was 3-4 hours after I'd been up, I was eating. Not right away. Um, and then I would have lunch. I would come home and I'd have peanut butter and jelly sandwich for lunch. I'd go to the store again and get fried chicken. Thursdays were Mucho Grande burrito day, so I got this burrito that was like big enough to feed 4 people that I was eating on my own. Plus a soda and another soda. I used to drink like 3 or 4 44-ounce sodas a day. Uh, then I got a kidney stone. That switched all that. But anyway, um, that's a whole story for another time. And then I'd come home and we'd be like, what's for dinner? I don't know. We'd figure something out. We'd get some meat out, or we'd get the boxes down and make the hamburger helper. We'd make the big starchy meals. And I would eat, and I'd be like, man, I'm so hungry. I'd go get another plate full of stuff. Because, they make it taste good. They put crap in there that makes you want to eat more. It's horrible, all the stuff I've learned. So that was my old way of eating. And then, of course, there was the dessert. Let me stop and back up before I go on. There was dessert. If there is ice cream in the house, I would eat it. It didn't matter how full I was. There was always room for ice cream. So, if you have um, an indulgence like that, where, if you have lack of willpower in that, just don't put it in your house. Get it out. Don't go get it. If you do feel the need to have some ice cream, like I still have ice cream every now and again, but I don't buy it by the gallon. I might go down and get like a single serving for myself. Eat that, then when it's gone, it's gone. And I can't go back and get a second bowl, or a third bowl, or a fourth bowl. So, um, it's all about choices, really, on that type of stuff. So get it out of your house, and that'll help as well. Um, like an example of new way I eat. I get up in the morning, I drink 8 ounces of water, 4 to 8 ounces of water, um, either with or without energy and endurance, depending on how soon I'm going to work out. Most of the time, I do my workout right when I get up. So I get up, I have to take water to bed with me. So I get up, I get up, I do my morning bathroom routine, step on the scale, and that's me. Not everybody has to weigh, and the weight doesn't really affect me. It's just it kind of helps me um, stay true to my goals. If I go up a pound, if I go down a pound, if I go up 3 pounds from day to day, that doesn't make me depressed or upset that I went up a pound. It just means, it tells me, look, I got to work harder on being true to my nutrition. I don't let it get me down if I gain a pound, or if I didn't lose a pound this week or that week or whatever. I just let it help me be more accountable to myself. I use it as an accounting program more than um, make me feel good about my weight. I know some people have a big thing about don't use the scale. It's just the way I've learned to use the scale is different than I think a lot of people do. Anyway, so I do that, and then I finish the glass of water that might be by my bedside. I take it out, and I immediately put more water in there. I'm going to work out. I mix up my energy and endurance. I come into my office here. I hit play, do my 45-minute to an hour workout, and then depending on the workout, I either have a single or a double scoop of recovery. The recovery formula, P90X recovery formula, fantastic stuff. If nobody's tried that yet, definitely do it. As long as the energy and endurance drink, that stuff is amazing. It's the only way I'm functioning right now this evening, because actually right now I'm still working at the hospital, and so I just came off my 5 nights on. I got off this morning at 8:30, came home, did some Beachbody stuff, took a 3-hour nap. It is now 9:30 at night. I got up at 4. I went to bed about 12:30, 1 o'clock. Got up at 4. Um, did a couple phone calls with some folks. Had our group call tonight, and then had my Fit Club at 7, where we did combat, which was amazing. Had never done one of those workouts before. We did it tonight. Loved it. I get done with Rev Abs. It's the next workout group I'm doing. So I'm probably going to be setting up a combat challenge. Anyway, I digress again. After I get done with the workout, like I said, I have the recovery formula. Then I go take a shower and get ready to go about my day. And then, depending on how I'm feeling that day, I might have either a Shakeology shake for breakfast, or I'll have 3 eggs with a little spinach or baby kale, maybe a little feta cheese. Careful on the cheeses, because if you really want to get the goo off you and have that nice cut trimmed look, you got to cut dairy out of your diet, or pretty much make it non-existent. I'm finding that I am still carving stuff off me. I've just cut way back on my dairy. I used to eat a lot of Greek yogurt. I've stopped the Greek yogurt for now for a while. I'm trying to be really true this month to my nutrition and see how that works and where I get by the end of the month. In fact, just being true, for the last week, I've lost almost 3 pounds. Again, where I was just kind of losing a pound or so a month, where I was. So I'll have that, and then 2.5 to 3 hours, I'll have a little 80-calorie snack. like an apple, an orange, 12 almonds, something like that. 2.5, 3 hours later, I'll have lunch. Now, if I had eggs or like oatmeal or something like that for breakfast, um, something that equals 300 to 400 calories. Um, then at lunch, I'll either have the shake or I'll make some lunch. I might have lots of times for lunch if it's um, I'll have like, well, I was having like a piece of tilapia or a chicken breast, and then a cup of maybe like a cup of broccoli, um, 6 to 8 spears of asparagus, or a cup of cauliflower, mixed cauliflower and broccoli, a cup of that, and 2 cups of kale or spinach, steamed. I steam it for like 5 minutes, al dente, really quick, in a little pot with this great little steamer thing you just drop in. It takes 5 minutes to do that. And then I have an electric steamer for my fish and chicken. I just put the fish in there. 40 minutes later, it's done, and I'll do it 2 or 3 or 4 sometimes fillets at a time, and then just pop it in the fridge. Now I just heat it up real quick when I'm ready for it. And then I'll have a sensible, then 2.5 to 3 hours later, I'll have another snack. Um, Sometimes, uh, apple, carrots, something. Just, about 80 to 100 calories, nothing huge. And then for dinner, there again, depends on whether I had my shake or not today. I might have a shake and a protein bar for dinner. P90X protein bar. There's other protein bars out there, guys. The Beachbody protein bars, though, are amazingly good, and they have like lots of protein. I have found some with more protein in them, but really shop around and really look at what you're looking for. It all really depends on what you're looking for as far as your protein intake, and make sure to read the labels because you don't want a lot of sugar and stuff like that in them. Find ones that are really good in natural stuff. And then if you had your shake at lunch, if I have my shake at lunchtime, then I'll have like fish or chicken for dinner there again. Or there's nights where I have a steak, but and some potatoes, maybe a sweet potato, and some quinoa. Quinoa is amazing stuff, guys. It's high in protein. You can replace your meat with it if you want, for your protein. Instead of having fish and chicken, you could have a cup and a half of quinoa, which is about the same as a chicken breast. It's so good. Anyway, so that's kind of my meal plans right there. I've just found something that works for me. I have a lot of people that go, well, you always eat the same thing, and I tell them, you really eat the same thing too. You're just not seeing it like, like that you truly are. Like, no, I have different stuff like that. I said, really, what'd you have for dinner? And they're like, well, I had a hamburger yesterday. I had a Big Mac or whatever, a Carl's Jr. burger or blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay, what did you have, the next night? Like, oh, I had spaghetti. And what did you have the next night? Well, pretty soon there's a pattern. If you just keep going night after night after night after night, you'll find that most people eat in a pattern type thing. They're either having hamburgers or pizza, spaghetti, top ramen. They're eating the same things over and over and over. They just don't realize it because they think they're having variety and they're really not. And just because I have steamed chicken and steamed fish and vegetables all the time, they're thinking that's all I eat. But really, I have more variety in my meal plans, I think, than a lot of other people do, because there's nights where I have fish and the vegetables are constantly changing for me, which makes the meals completely different. And then depending on what I do with the fish, it can be, or the chicken, it can be completely different. I can use different fish, I can use different fish, sorry, different types of fish, cod, tilapia. I have some salmon here in the next night or two. But like I said, I have pork chops and I have steak and that type of stuff. I just don't have it as often as I used to. So I think actually I have more variety in my meal plan than a lot of people that just go out and eat willy-nilly whatever they want. So I hope this helps you out some, guys. And there again, like I said, hopefully within the next week or so, I'll take you guys into my kitchen. I'll have everything set out, and you guys can kind of see everything of what I do. So have a great night. Let's keep up the good work, guys. You guys are You guys that are in my Dash for Diamond group are doing amazing this month. And summer's just right around the corner, guys. So let's keep it up. Watch for my combat challenge coming up here in a couple days. I'm gonna get started looking for people that want to do that. So it's gonna be lots of fun. I think I'll start that in May. So, oops, computer went sleep. Crazy. Anyway, have a great night, guys, and bring it.